Jared, and today, obviously, we are continuing my playthrough of Wonder Woman, which it's not exactly Wonder Woman, it's Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but I'm wearing the Wonder Woman armor, so let's do this.
Ready for departure!
So I guess we are just starting off right now.
Fight them!
Why am I in the middle of an engagement? So currently, I am just traveling around ancient Greece, trying to collect, trying to hunt down a cult. No, I'm not supposed to leave. Okay then. Screw it, it's here. Naval battle time.
Slow the ship! Get ready to fire!
Hang on. And fire. Come on, that's right, come on.
Spears, now! Go!
No one will attack us here.
Going into a neutral zone right now to try to escape this, so I can continue on with the game story. So let's do this.
Slow down!
So can I please dock? Oh, I'm in conflict, that's why. This is BS. So I guess I'm just gonna sail around until I lose this enemy. Or I could just kill him. There's that.
Rowers! Slow down! More speed!
Anyway, so how are you guys doing today? What type of topics do you want to talk about this week?
I want to know of any approaching
what have you got?
enemy ships.
There you go, now I can tell. So now we're gonna drift into the dock and then continue on with our journey. But anyway, how are you guys today as we... And I'm on fire. How are you guys doing today as we continue our week? You guys excited for the weekend and such? Let me know how you guys are doing.
Cleo! By Aphrodite. Cleo better get back here soon.
Why call on the gods when you have one of their messengers at your service?
How did you know I needed help?
Anthusa told me you could use a hand.
Cleo, one of our girls, didn't meet me for prayer this morning. She wasn't at home either. I'd go investigate, but I'm not sure what I could do on my own.
She might have been taken.
I asked around. One of our clients said he saw Cleo brought aboard the ship. The men were armed, so there was nothing he could do. I'd pay a lot of drachmi to get her back.
Armed? Take me to the ship. We'll get Cleo back.
Alright, so
Who
next
do you think took her?
Follow Irene to the port. Okay.
Come on.
I'm gonna ride with her to the port. Let's do this.
Some are worried they'll be taken next.
Meantime, if you guys are in the chat, please drop some questions. We can get that engagement up. Let me know what you guys are thinking about Wonder Woman, DC, anything you guys want my opinion on. Let's go.
Corinth may have a bad reputation, but it wasn't always that way. We used to be safe.
Until the Monger.
We're not sure why he came here, but Corinth is worse off because of him. There. That's the boat our client described.
Alright, that's the boat. Alright, so let's do this. Looks like it's time for some naval combat, people. Let's do this.
Ready to embark!
Good to have you back.
Hey, what's up,
Commander.
Pika? How you doing, dude?
Be on your
Forward!
guard out here.
Hang on tight!
We gotta board the pirate ship to rescue Flynn. Alright, let's do this. Commencing boarding maneuver.
Woo! Feel that wind! Shoot!
Random. Let's do this.
Come on!
Full on 300 combat.
Arrows at the
I'm not gonna
ready!
destroy it because I need a board. So let's
Shoot when ready!
There you go.
Ready yourselves for boarding! On my lead!
All cleared.
Stay back. I'm here to rescue you.
Rescue me. You sunk my boat, pirate.
Put the knife away. I'm a friend.
What do you mean?
Your friend Irina hired me to save you from these men and bring you back.
Irina? I commissioned that ship to steal me away from Corinth.
You're escaping? From what?
Hey,
You
what's
have
up,
no
Cameron? How
idea
you
what
doing,
the Monster
dude?
does to people. The things I've seen, no one in Corinth is safe.
Irina thought you were abducted. She clearly cares about you.
If she cared about me, she'd let me go. Even Anthusa can't keep us safe anymore.
How you guys
She
doing this
clearly
nice Thursday
disagrees.
afternoon?
Mystios, please. We were heading to Mykonos, which is safe. If you...
All right.
Thank you, Mystios.
Let me select a new quest here.
Increase speed!
So let's see. I'm doing very well. Just hanging in there. Hanging in there, brother. Alright, so I am going... instead of traveling 8,000 miles, I would prefer to actually warp there. So let me find... what's the closest place that I can go? Oh, can I not fast travel because I have someone here? That's weird. Why aren't any of the icons showing up? Oh, hide all icons. That's why. I hit the wrong button. So now, back to this. So I have to bring her to... which island is it again? Okay, that one. So I am going to warp all the way to here. See, it's a little button called fast travel. Little known fact, Wonder Woman has super speed. So there you go. Alright, so now that I've warped here, I'm going to call my ship. And then we can literally just sail across the sea to where I have to drop this girl off. Here we go.
Ready to set sail!
The helm's all yours,
Around, so I'll just turn all the way over here.
Let's go!
And we're good.
Let's move it!
I love how my little, how the girl I'm escorting is just casually walking on the side of the ship near the water, like, yeah, you're gonna fall in.
More horse! Onward! Raise the sail! Speed up! Ramming speed! Sails down!
Anyway, so DC has been busy trying to hype up Absolute Universe, which it could go one of two ways for them. So it could go good in that it turns out that they can actually maintain this universe long term, or it could just be that this is like the last plunge for the company. But either way, it's going to be an interesting couple of years. What do you guys think of the Absolute stuff? He says, I remember listening to some creepypastas while playing this game 5 years ago. I got rather far into you, but not really far enough.
You've more than made up for killing my abductors.
Yeah, I haven't done the DLC either, so I may do that on this playthrough.
Good luck.
So she gave me some boots because I helped her. Oh boy, I guess we're even! Alright, so let's see. What's my next quest that I would like to do? So now I gotta return to that port. So I'm just gonna warp again. Warp all the way to here. You say, honestly, I want an absolute universe to see, but I don't think it'll bring in the big bucks like Ultimate did. Yeah, that is a very interesting point, because I mean, let me put it this way: I want a side universe that's like the new 52. I think it could do really well. Now the problem is, I don't think it'll do as well as DC thinks it'll do. Now I could be wrong, and I would absolutely love to be wrong. However, the thing is like, here's as a DC fan, particularly a new 52/Snyder fan, has kind of jaded me. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with that.
What happened? Where is Cleo?
Your friend is safe.
So,
She's not
thank you. I'll let
You have my word.
Okay, so I completed that quest. Now let's go to the next one, to help a girl. Alright. I am going which way for this quest? Alright, that way I'm going all the way up there. Oh boy, let's do this. Alright, let's Assassin's Creed this crap.
Keep a sharp watch here.
Help! They've trapped me!
Oh, hostage. Let's do this. I do love saving hostages. This is Sparta. So, now that everyone's dead, I'm gonna lose. When it comes to the absolute universe, I just want it to come out so fan theories and speculations can't make it look better and worse than it actually is. That's a good point. Just release it at this point so we can get the fan theories out of the way. That kind of works. I agree. Because if it's good, great. If it's bad, well, then I don't care anymore. Because let me put it this way, DC has the potential here to make something good. Whether or not they capitalize on that is another story. And you may ask, Jared, will they? Honestly, at this point, I've given up on DC actually capitalizing on potential. Because I've been burned way too many times. But there are still some really good books coming out for DC that we can enjoy, like Green Lantern, Superman, and I'm interested for Justice League, but we'll see. I honestly think that DC has to start phasing out all these old-timey writers, because honestly they don't really get the storytelling that appeals to so many other, to the newer fan base. It should be at a certain point, they should say, okay, we're going to let someone else write now. Because, Let me put it this way. Say what you want about Mark Waid writing, like, World's Finest. It's a good book. It's not selling. That's the problem. You gotta bring in people that will bring in sales, like Philip Kennedy Johnson stuff. Mark Waid does not bring in the sales like he used to anymore. And you may be wondering, Jared, why do they keep these old guys around? Nostalgia. That is why. That is 100% why. It's because of DC's over-reliance on nostalgia, just like Britt and I have always brought up. But that's just what this humble comic book fan believes. If you guys have any other opinions, you can feel free to drop them in there.
They'll be watching for me.
So you're here to help us, Mistios? You don't look like a monger spy.
I'm more the in-your-face type. You have a monger problem, Damalis?
I might. One of my regulars has changed. He was a decent man once, but now he's gone bad.
Corinth seems to have a shortage of decent people.
I need someone with muscle to figure out what's behind the change. Why he's different.
I'll see what he has to say for himself.
If he's not lurking around here, he'll be at his house.
It will. People tend to show their true selves to my spear with...
So let's go. Reach the client's house. Okay, let's go do this. Is there a faster way down so I don't have to, like, jump off crap? Nope. Alright. Jumping. Let's do this. Going full Wonder Woman today, which is kind of the point of this playthrough. Also, why it took me so long to start this, because I had to first unlock this Amazonian armor to use in this playthrough. Pika says, yeah, World's Finest managed to boost itself when its Kingdom Come prequel stories, but otherwise it's been, how should I put this, not good, or, like, not selling, however you want to put that, Pika. Go ahead. Because if it's a great story, great, you guys can enjoy the story, but honestly, at a certain point, DC has to stop considering just like what like rates well with critics, but they have to start considering more of what sells well. Because ultimately, as I explained to Robert last night on the member stream, DC is a business, and a business's #1 priority is to make money. Anything that doesn't make money should not be maintained. And at a certain point, Mark Waid and all these old-timey writers don't make money. In fact, Dan Jurgens' most well-known story is Superman's death, in which he tanked it.
Shh! What are you doing here?
I heard the Mali's talking about her crazy client earlier, and I wanted to help.
Fine. But you have to do as I say. No games.
I know that already, because you never let me have any fun.
I'm going to talk to Damalis's client and see what he has to say.
I've been here, spying, and I heard him mumbling to himself. He's...
Let's hear it.
Let me think. He said something about having to meet someone at Faye's pig farm tonight. That could help.
It could. Did he mention why?
To get something from them. A deed to some land, I think he said.
Well, that's something. What else?
Oh, he said their name.
Because it feels like
Mendes.
missing something, or maybe
Good
it's
to
the
know.
fact that
Thank
by
you.
being set in the
Please.
past of the stories,
Not bad,
and it's a
huh?
foregone
Time to act.
conclusion
Listen
that the
closely.
story set in present
You
day.
sneak
That
in
is the
something
problem
you
with
can
doing
find in
past
his
tense
house.
stories,
I
really.
distract
It's like,
Quiet
wow.
like a mouse.
Good. But if you get caught, run. Right out the door. We'll meet afterwards. Promise?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Because that's why Future State was a bad idea, because when you do stories set in the future, we already know what's gonna happen. So I'm like, what are you doing? Or it's like here with the past. We know how this story ends, so that's not exactly helping.
Do I know you?
No, but I know you.
If Miron sent you, tell him I was going to pay him back this very night.
No one sent me. We need to talk. I know you're up to something.
Something? Something could be anything. You have nothing on me.
You're meeting someone tonight, aren't you? At Fea's goat farm.
A goat farm?
Oh,
Wait! Thief! Get out!
Ah, jeez.
Guards!
No!
Get them!
I screwed up! I screwed up! Oh, and I can kill him now. Sweet. Let's do this. Oh god, this is so many people! This is Sparta! Okay, he's up there, so I'll go kill him. I love how this horse is like just chilling. He is just chilling. I actually have to kill the guards. All right. I was gonna try and like retreat, but looks like I gotta do this. And it feels more. Okay, I already read that comment. Alright, good. All right. Just making sure I'm all caught up. Oh, I can leave now. Yay! Retreat! Retreat! Okay, I managed to slip away.
What was all that noise?
Damalis doesn't have to worry about her client now.
That wasn't what she wanted you to do.
I dealt with him, didn't I?
Well, at least I could sneak in, okay? Look,
What does
Hey
the
Nick,
letter
what's up,
say?
dude?
it's mean.
Oh crap!
It says he'll get hurt if he keeps doing things wrong.
1 second.
Yeah, I thought as much.
And it says
Don't know, but I'll find out.
All
right
right,
behind you.
how you doing,
Not
buddy?
this time.
I'm doing
Go to the mall,
very
she might
well,
find out.
just playing some Wonder Woman, pretty much.
Please. You've done enough for today.
All right.
It could be dangerous.
Are we still
I'll
live?
come find
Yes,
you
we
after.
are live. How you doing?
Place to bring Damalis.
Well, then I can say the thing that's gonna piss you
I
off the
should
most.
find out.
Super Wonder.
Why would that piss me off? I know that's a troll. Why would that piss me off?
Yeah,
The tweet
I'm
you
like
sent
Brian.
out today freaking pissed me off.
What pissed you off today, sir?
The tweet you tagged me in saying, "See, Jared Grock tells the truth." I was like, God damn it, Nick.
This must be the place. to
Even
scrap
better,
your
the
letter.
picture that I put in
Anybody
chat.
at home?
Yeah, I know. Well, the other thing is like I was in a Facebook group earlier, and for some reason the Wonder Bat fans have been passing around a Photoshop picture of Batman in bed with Wonder Woman, and I'm like, and people actually think it's a real image, and I'm like, it's fake.
It's fake. Fake news.
Of course, I come in, being the a-hole that I am, and everyone's like, oh, this is so nice. What issue is it? I'm like, it's in no issue. It's fake.
It's in a fake issue. It doesn't exist.
Yeah, it's a Photoshop version of the issue, exactly. But so how you doing today, dude?
Not too bad. Bit of a late start. Got myself some pizza. Got myself some Pepsi. About to chow down to this terrible game.
Coke or Pepsi?
Normally I'm a Coke guy, but the pizza place sells Pepsi. I just like going next door and grabbing.
Alright, that's fair enough. Hey, as long as you're a Coke guy, we can still be friends. Even if you don't like pineapple on pizza.
I actually, I must be honest with you. I don't mind pineapple pizza. It's not bad. Like, if you put pineapple pizza, I'll eat it. I'll probably enjoy it. It's just not the first thing I get.
Yeah, with me, I remember when I was in school at the pizza place that was on campus, I would always get it like a Hawaiian pizza that has like some pineapple and then some meat on it. It's actually really good.
Yeah, I'm mostly a meat lover, guy. Like, the pizza I have now has ham, pepperoni, and then like a Cajun crust topping on it.
Yummy.
What is this?
Gotcha! Alright, you little shit. Who sent you?
I'm assuming we're all caught up with comments, like Pika Shades and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're all good.
I wanted to help.
Alright, I have the comments pulled up so I can read them.
I appreciate that, dude. Appreciate that. But how about the fact that now Superman is sandwiched between I almost said Terminator, between Jurassic World and Fantastic Four.
This is Corinthia. Anything goes in this Sexandro.
It's stiff competition because
whether they like it or not.
the thing about the Jurassic Park series is normies really like the Jurassic Park series.
Kill you.
Mm-hmm.
People love dinosaurs, who would have thought?
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's the fact, like, normally I'd say, oh, it's a MCU film, it's gonna fail, but Fantastic Four is kind of shaping up to have potential, I'm not gonna lie.
I like the practical look of the thing. That is so good. I'm like, thank you for not CGIing him.
That might be a fake out, like, that might be just like, oh, it's reference material that we're gonna CGI over them anyway, but...
Well, what they'll probably do is they'll use that to film, and then they'll, like, enhance it with CGI, which I'm fine with if you gotta do that.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so that's looking pretty good, pretty interesting there, and, again, Fantastic Four has some actual hype around it.
Your little friend beat you
back.
You made it.
And fast. I know all the shortcuts
Oh,
now.
I forgot the Pirate Dream. Pirate Dream was coming out this year.
Oh yeah, that's great. I love that. And Pika says, "Hey, I just realized in giving Wonder Woman a balanced flight ability in a video game environment like this, that would be cool."
It's all right. You had good intentions.
I thought I could sneak.
I'm glad you didn't. Especially with what I found.
But yeah, so the power. I saw you tweeted about that Power Ranger game, and that actually seems really fun. Is that the 8-bit one? That's like an arcade game.
Your client was being
yeah, it's made by the same people who made Shredder's Revenge.
Yes.
What does this mean?
It's probably gonna be really good.
At least I know
Oh yeah, it definitely probably it definitely is going to be based upon the trailer that we saw. It looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, I'm hyped for it. Oh, so Pikachu says, could you imagine seeing her glide around the map like Knuckles in Sonic games?
They probably will do that for her game, so I'd imagine that's what we're gonna be able to do and stuff.
So speaking of Sonic, did you see the Sonic 3 trailer?
Yes! Yes! My boy Shadow is back!
So apparently, one of Jeff Fowler's first gigs was he worked on the Shadow video game.
Oh yes.
So Shadow is kind of his baby. So I think we're gonna get a good movie.
Heck yes, because I love. First off, that Shadow game is like my favorite like Sonic game of all time.
We need to get you streaming that game.
See, here's the thing. If they ported it to the Series X, I can. It's just currently I'm trying to figure out how to connect my 360 to my streaming thing. Because if I can figure that out, I'll even do Ultimate Alliance and stuff.
Tell you what, once you get your PC, you can do other means to play it.
Mm-hmm. I'm not pirating games.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, but besides that, I mean, we'll see what happens in terms of content. But the Shadow, I gotta be honest, Keanu Reeves nailed it as Shadow. You're a colorful bunch.
Your plan seemed to work.
I mean,
The Monger
they had the
stabs.
Shadow X Sonic
I
Generations
heard.
game coming out.
I also heard
Isn't it kind of
no problems
interesting
dealing with
that
It wasn't
Shadow's
my
known
first
as the
fight
Sonic character that
All
uses
your last.
guns, and he's
We're going
being
to take
voiced
the
by
Monger
John
to task
Wick.
at the theater. I've arranged the Corinthian drama. No
Alright, Cameron
one
says, "Hey Jared, I've been thinking,
Brasidas is worried
could Nightwing
about
carry
the
his own
anarchy
brand,
that followed
particularly
Monger's death.
a
She wants him
year
dead.
one kind of
But
decent? Oh, you
wants
mean
it
in
done
terms of a
quietly.
movie?
That man is a long way
Unless
from
he's
Batman.
unless he's
This is
introduced in a
Corinthian, so
Batman
we do
movie
it the
first, I
Corinthian
don't
way.
think so.
Yeah, so I'm kind of the subject matter on Nightwing here.
Yeah,
since
go
he's
ahead.
my favorite character.
I agree with
The thing about
Brasidas.
Nightwing
This
is
isn't what we planned.
The
he
Monger
has made a
needs
lot
to
of
be
inroads.
erased
I
from
feel like
existence. If
normies
you
are
insist.
kind of starting to be aware of Nightwing as a character, but he's the problem with Nightwing is Nightwing is older than a lot of us. He's
Yeah.
literally even older than me, and you know I'm older than dirt. So.
No one's older than you.
Well, Nightwing is. He was introduced in the early 80s.
And you were introduced in the early, in literally the year 80.
Hey, the music was rocking back then, I'll tell you what.
but anyway, so as you were saying, sir.
So I'm pretty much in agreement with Jared here. If he's in like a Batman movie first, gets popular, then you can do it.
Because the thing is, a lot of people know Dick Grayson as the general audience knows him as Robin first.
You, a demigod in the
That's
Like pretty much anyone.
Yeah, go ahead.
And the other thing is,
kidding my men.
people don't know
helping
Tim
those
Drake
fucking
or
parasites.
Jason. Like they know
That's
Jason
me.
Todd as like the Robin who died. If there's any other Robin they know of, it's Damian.
Yeah. But in terms of like, if you brought up Dick Grayson, they would say, "Oh, Robin." So it's Robin from the Batman and Robin show. So I'm like, yeah, that's the exact same one. So really, you would have to again. Let me put it this way. Is he a strong enough character to hold his own brand if he's introduced properly? Yes, he is. He 100% is. You just have to introduce him properly.
Like Dick Grayson, the character is strong enough. Because remember, Teen Titans.
Yeah, 110% he can do that. But you just got to introduce him in a thing that's going to give him the largest platform. And honestly, the one that logically makes sense is a Batman movie.
Get the fuck off my streets!
Because if you introduce him in a Batman movie, and I think I've already established that everyone goes to see Batman movies, and he becomes like a breakout character, which in all likelihood he will, everyone's gonna be like, oh, now we want a Nightwing movie, and then guess what? Then you're in a financial position where it actually makes a lot of monetary sense to do a Nightwing movie.
The reason why they were considering doing a Batgirl solo movie is Batgirl has been mainstream since like the 60s. Because remember, she was on the TV show, she was on Batman the animated series, she was in Batman and Robin. So the public has known about Batgirl for at least 2 generations now.
Yeah, exactly. Although I would argue in that particular case, it was more like they wanted to replace the Trinity, but with like a Supergirl and Batgirl and Wonder Woman. In that case, WB was not exactly thanking monetarily, because if they were, have a Batman movie come out first, and then you introduce Batgirl in there.
Well, we know there's a reason why the whole play was crap.
Yeah, exactly. Although I kind of, if David Zaslav, the guy that was calling Flash the best DC movie since Dark Knight, is saying it was bad, now I kind of want to see it because it may be actually really good. That'd be hilarious if Batgirl comes out and is actually really good.
Well, it had Brendan Fraser as Firefly, so at least had some quality to it.
Yeah, exactly. And then Cameron says, fair, I'm just one of those fans that wants to take Grayson away from Bruce Wayne's Nightwing. Yeah, and he can get away with Bruce 100% after the movie. I'm just saying, use that to introduce the character and then do whatever you want with him where he's not, like, he'll still cross over with Batman, obviously, because he kind of has to. But he's not going to be, like, only in the Batman stuff. I'm saying introduce him there, and then you can give him his own solo stuff.
Make me laugh.
Wait, no! The people of Corinth must
Also, we
see
need
him
a
down.
live-action Batman Beyond movie. We need it so bad.
Yeah,
Take
exactly.
him out of here and bring him to the theater. Show
I mean,
everyone his cowardice.
Again, if that would sell well, I would say sure, which I think it could. I think it could. Particularly
Imagine a Batman Beyond movie directed by Tim Burton.
I mean, see, here's the problem with that. And here's the problem with bringing Keaton back in the Flash. Again, there's a generational divide of people that like really connected with that movie. So I think really it would be better off giving it to another director.
I mean, Tim Burton, that's fine. But if you're gonna do a Batman Beyond movie, Keaton needs to play old Bruce, and it needs to be set in the Burtonverse.
It doesn't have to be set in the Burtonverse, but you can still have Keaton play Old Man Bruce.
I don't know. I just feel like doing it that way is the only way.
Kill him here now.
Sense.
Okay, good. Okay, there you go.
No.
Thank you, Pika.
You want
Okay,
to
You're cutting in and out. Like I can see your lips moving, but like you're not saying anything.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Shame that
I
people don't
wasn't
get
at that
to see
point,
him
but
bleed.
I mean,
His
you
cries
could
should have rung out
honestly.
across the city.
I think what you
He's dead.
what they
I've
could
delivered.
what they should do. I don't think they necessarily have to put in the Burtonverse. I think
You're
they
right.
could just
He's
have
dead.
Keaton play him and just
Take his body
go
to
with
the
that.
square. Let the people get a last good look at
Because again, Nick, I understand you're a fan of the Burtonverse, but again, there's a
As for you,
generational divide
Cassandra,
between the
I owe you
Burtonverse and this one.
information. We'll
So
talk
you really
about
have to think
Mother,
about okay, so
just not here.
because and arguably I would argue the Burtonverse took a little bit of a hit, not its own fault, with the Flash movie. So
I can
really,
give
I
you
would
my
say
thanks for what you've done.
take a break from the
For
Burtonverse.
once, I can also thank Alcibiades. He sent you here.
Because the way that I would
after
do
all.
it is,
There's more to him than meets
and
the
have
eye.
Michael Keaton
He knew
obviously
you could
play
safeguard
Batman.
him
Yeah.
from
I bring
that
back
risk.
Alicia Silverstone to play Commissioner Barbara Gordon. Barbara Pennyworth, sorry.
Everybody benefits.
Yeah,
Everybody wins.
yeah, because that was a
You've
good
proven to be
idea.
a very valuable business
Okay,
partner.
like even as a
Speaking
Burton
of
fan,
business,
like yeah, that was kind of a
you
stupid
owe
thing.
me.
Yeah, like Alfred never mentioned he had a niece.
She came
He tells
and left
Bruce
within my
everything.
inquiry, but made an impression on me, like a great storm.
I
It
remember
just
that part of her
doesn't
well.
work,
It's
and
wrong.
yeah, I'm like,
Great
yeah,
intensity.
there was a lot
She
of
wanted to
problems
find her
with that
place here
movie.
in Gotham,
That being
but never
one of
found
them.
what she was looking for.
You speak
So
of
this is
her
where you
badly.
hang around.
You were her friend.
Perhaps on the surface, but she had a great pain. in the
But
middle
so
of her
Cameron
that
says, here's an
no
interesting
one could get
question
to.
out of 2099 and Batman Beyond. Which one will casuals want to see more? You can't use Spider-Verse for this, by the way. So either 2099 or Batman Beyond. I would argue...
Not enough people know 2099. I'm sorry.
No, but a lot of people know Spider-Man. If
After
you put
Corin,
Spider-Man
where did she
2099, same thing with like Batman Beyond, I think people will show up
must
just
have
because
given
it's
you
a
some hint.
Spider-Man /
I don't
Batman
think
project.
even she knew where she was headed. All I know is she won a
possibly.
ship thanks to a lucky dice throw. Tichy owed her
So Jared,
siren song.
I have an
It
idea
was
for
famous for
a
weathering
fix
all
to
that
the
Poseidon
storyline.
threw in
The
its
cringe
path.
storyline for Batman Beyond. You want to hear it out?
Thank you.
Oh, you mean the storyline that I read
Well,
live?
you, Cassandra. Visit me
Yeah,
anytime.
so this is what I do.
I'll catch
Alright, go
you
ahead.
up on current affairs.
So Barbara is
It
still
seems I
pregnant,
have an interesting
but with
future ahead
Richard's
of me.
child instead
So
of
do I.
Bruce's.
But she openly admits to sleeping with Bruce.
Who knows the ship?
No, that never
One step closer
happens
to
in this
finding
in this like.
I should
This
have
is like for
a
a movie. This is for like
Workers
potential
to
movie. This is
see it.
backstory, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So her and Richard are having a child, and then so there's a situation, and Barbara suits up. She gets beaten up and loses a baby. Richard never forgives Bruce for that, and that causes their falling out. Come on, that's perfect. That is perfect.
Why would he blame? You could say for bringing her into this world, but why would Grayson blame Bruce for all that?
He's the one who convinces Barbara to suit up.
Okay, that could work. Although I don't think Bruce would have Barbara suit up if assuming Bruce knew she was pregnant. That's the other thing, because maybe she didn't tell him.
Okay, fine. That's fair enough.
Because you
Also,
would have to do that, because if Bruce knew Barbara was pregnant, there's no way he would let her suit up.
Yeah, and you know Dick Grayson, it doesn't matter, the baby died, he still blamed it on Bruce.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah. See, that's a good fix. To get rid of the sleeping, what I would just do is now let me ask you this. Here's the challenge for you. How would you fix the comics? How would you retcon that out?
Just pretend it never happened.
Let's say you can't do that.
Cameron Bailey. Bruce tried to do that.
No. What happened, Karen, is that in the tie-in comics for Batman Beyond, so their motivation was they were trying to explain why Nightwing never shows up in Batman Beyond, and their way of doing that, and this is literally one of the many reasons why I don't respect that universe a lot. Their way of doing that was to make it so Bruce and Barbara had an affair while Nightwing was away. And Barbara was pregnant with Bruce's kid. She goes out, fights crime, gets punched in the stomach, the baby dies. And then Nightwing never forgives Bruce.
Apparently Bruce has apologized for that stuff, but I don't know.
Again, there's no way Bruce would even do that. There was absolutely no way that Bruce... Again, I have to say that Bruce, because you could say, well, it's a different version. There's no way that Bruce in the DCAU would do that. All that really is Bruce Timm's badly disguised fetish. That's all it is.
Because here's where I draw the line. Is it one thing for Barbara to have like a crush on Batman and try to flirt with him? Okay, sure, I can maybe.
And I accept that one.
Batman would never reciprocate. He would never reciprocate.
Yes, exactly. Nick, you took the words right out of my mouth, sir. Yeah, it's 100% likely that she would have a crush on Bruce. That's fine. It's just when Bruce reciprocates that I draw the line.
Yeah, it's like that moment if we ever do cover Mystery of the Batwoman. You know, that scene where, like, maybe we should hang on. It's like, oh, sorry, I think there's something on the other line, and he hangs up. That's a good moment.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what Bruce would do. It's just when you make it so Bruce reciprocates, that's when I call BS. That's where I'm like, no, that your version of Batman would never do that. So don't say, oh, it's just like it's a different version of Batman. No, I'm pretty sure the DCAU Batman would never do that. And that is why, post-BTAS, I think his reputation, I'm talking about DCAU Batman, gets a little tarnished, because then they try and make it so Batman is, like, sleeping with everyone on the Justice League that's a woman.
See, Jared, you know how, like, I tease you Wonderbat, but I never bring up Bruce and Barbara?
Because even that's too far of a joke for you, brother.
Yeah, at least Wonder Woman is of age.
Not according to a couple of creatives, but I see what you're saying there.
As fast as we can, Commander.
Yeah.
But the point is, it's the thing is, my problem with that is that now Batman fans, they're really just Batman the Animated Series fans, now think that the DCAU reflects the comics. And they're like, oh yeah, Batman has slept with Zatanna, he slept with Wonder Woman. And I'm like, no, that never happened. I saw a YouTube...
I mean, Bruce has always been a playboy to some degree. The problem is, he usually just slept with, like, random, like, models or whatever. And that was just kind of to keep up the facade of him being a playboy.
Yeah.
And I know, like, a lot of modern interpretations, they want to turn Bruce into, like, a Kirk, a James C. Kirk, or, like, a Bond. They're like, oh, I'll sleep with anybody, you know, kind of thing. And I don't mind it as it's an interpretation, but I don't want it to be the interpretation.
And let me put it this way, in the DCEU, I was fine with Bruce just flirting, because that's what Bruce does a lot of times, to your point. He flirts. But it's like, and even Zack Snyder was like, yeah, Wonder Bat does not work when you actually do the math on it. I'm so glad I got that on video.
Oh, Speaking of Bruce's flirting, one of my favorite Justice League moments is when he basically seduces Cheetah in order to get himself out. That is Batman.
So you're saying Batman is loves furries?
I mean, in that instance, he was.
I love that thing. But I was watching. I came across a YouTube video that Britt sent me, and it had and it was like the number one superpower Batman has is Riz. And I'm like...
I mean, to a degree, yes.
To a degree, but a lot of... what is going on? I think my game just crashed. Whatever. But the thing is like... And that's the problem, is like... To a certain degree, a lot of Batman fans just see, like, the DC women as just objects for Bruce to conquer. And I'll say this on the show, on the Super Wonder show this weekend, because we're talking about fandoms. And I'm just like, no, that is in no way what Batman is or has ever really been.
Yeah.
Because really, what's actually really cool, what's actually another valid interpretation, my friend Max Priestley, what's going on with this? I don't know. But he was saying that he was having a conversation on his channel, and it turns out that, like, one of the determinations they came into is like, ultimately, when you really think about it, a Batman can't be in a relationship with anyone because it distracts from him being Batman. Oh, it's a pig.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, and that's why I like the Batcat thing, because actually when you look at Batcat, it's like it fits within his mission. She can still, like, work alongside him and, like, do his stuff with him, so it still kind of works in that sense.
Yeah.
Even Talia to a certain degree. But I'm saying, if you're trying, and that's the problem. That's the problem with the civilian identities in general. Is like, there is very little you can do to make that one good, to make that work.
See, the problem with Talia is they pretty much made her like a super evil villain in, like, the more recent comics.
Thanks, Grant Morrison.
And the thing is, even you can have the whole Rupee storyline until have Talia be somewhat innocent, where like you can have Rafe be the one to put that in his drink, and she didn't know, you know, kind of thing, and she just went along with it because it's her father.
Yeah, but and they've been doing a lot to, like, try and rehabilitate her character, because I'm sorry, Grant Morrison really screwed up to Talia as a character.
You returned.
But I do think the Rufy thing, you can have a interesting Talia and still have the Rufy, because, I don't know, I kind of like that storyline. Like,
I think they retconned it, so they're like, yeah, you didn't actually roofie me, and I knew what I was doing.
As though he should know how to
I
handle
don't
this
like that.
catastrophe.
Because I don't like the roofie thing because it borders on the R word. And I'm like, no, no.
My mother. Her name, her
I mean,
shape.
to be fair, it straight
Cassandra,
up
it's
is,
not
but
the
still.
time.
Yeah, so I'm like, no, I don't want that.
He
I'm
wants
not
to.
okay with
He
that.
won't let Hippocrates
It's
in his room.
considered
He
date
only
R-ing,
babbles
but
about
you
going
know.
to
Yeah,
his
exactly.
precious
So I'm
house.
like, no. Particularly if you're trying to tell me later that Talia is actually a complicated character, I'm like, no, no.
Pericles is a strong man.
Like, there's
Sure,
ways
he
to
can
do
fight
it
the
and still have her be
You heard
complicated,
him
but I
all.
get what you're
He
saying.
can't defend
Yeah,
himself.
exactly.
He'll die with no glory.
Kid Cameron, Sarah
Athens
Sleep.
has known him a lot longer
with
than
it,
they've known
let
this
me see.
plague.
Grant
He
Morrison
gave them
retconned
a
the
voice.
roofing thing when
His
the New 52
accomplishments
happened.
will speak.
Another good thing the New 52 did.
Pericles needs treatment, and the gods know
Suck
he
it.
won't
Another
heal.
good thing the New
He respects you.
52 did.
Will
It
you
fixed
go?
Talia.
I
Animate
could
Superman
If you
irrelevant.
do, I will make the time to talk about
Did
it
Morrison
tomorrow.
also contribute
For
to,
now,
and I'm sorry
he
for bringing
needs
this up,
your
Talia and
It's
Jason?
worth a shot.
Oh.
Wait, that actually happened?
Yeah, there was this idea where, so, you know that Jason spent some time with the League of Assassins after he came back to life, right?
Yeah, which, by the way, that's probably one of the best things the New 52 did.
Yeah.
Is giving Jason, like, I'm sorry, that new origin is perfect.
It makes sense because punching reality, we have a Lazarus pit, just use that. And they're like, yeah, but the thing is, it's like, so they made it so while he was living there and recovering, he had a relationship with Talia.
That makes no sense.
I know, right? That is so stupid.
Tell Aspasia that. She won't
Because if we're
worry
gonna
so
get
much
on
about me.
I brought
with
your
Bruce
drugs.
and Barbara, Talia is sleeping with her lover's son.
Yeah, I know. What the hell? That doesn't work.
Because if we're gonna use the logic of Barbara
It's the
being
shadow of
Bruce's daughter, then essentially Talia is sleeping with Bruce's son, which is kind of messed up.
Yeah, still, and she apparently loves Bruce still. But I'm like, then why'd you sleep with his son?
You'll recover sooner if you let Hippocrates see you.
It's my time.
I'm like, that's one of the many things. That's one of the many issues I have with post-crisis is that you have too many moments like that where I'm like, okay, you had some good stories, but you also have a lot of BS stories, which
No.
I'm glad the reboot at least either fixed or completely eliminated those things from the character's canon. Like, they never happened.
As does Athens. I thought
Yeah.
we gave enough to Athena.
Although, and that's also one of the good, that's also the good part about it not completely rebooting, because it took those stories that people liked but also had issues and repaired the reputation of those stories. So it's not like Talia date raped Batman. Actually, no, she didn't.
They've turned on me.
Jason actually had a decent origin story. Okay, good. I like that.
See, the problem I have with modern Batman is Tim pretty much gets lost in the
It's not the
shuffle.
god's fault.
Yeah.
Because
The world.
every other
Turned upside
Robin
down.
kind of
Athens'
has a
fate
point.
is decreed.
Dick Grayson is Batman's greatest success. Jason
You
Todd
should
is
go
his
back
greatest
inside.
failure.
You need to
Damien
rest.
is his son.
Where I should be is in the
What is Tim
Parthenon.
Drake? Well, you know, like, he doesn't really have a thing that makes him stand out. He's just
God's blessing.
a good He's my favorite Robin, by the way. Tim Drake is, by the way, my
Spasia's
favorite Robin.
right.
Nightwing may be my favorite character, but my favorite Robin is Tim Drake.
Yes.
I can respect that. I can
Thank
respect
you,
that.
Cassandra. Tell my
But
Aspasia
the problem
I
is
was
Tim
a good
Drake
boy.
doesn't really have anything that makes him. He's just
I
a
will.
good Robin. Like, he's a good detective. Like with Dick Grayson, it's like he's a great fighter. Like he like Dick Grayson as a fighter is on par, and sometimes Dick Grayson can go toe to toe with Batman, and like. If it's like a 10 out of 10
Hey,
fight,
please let
Dick
me-
would win maybe like
took his drugs
2 out of
without
the 8
complaint.
times maybe.
Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. And they've done that.
Nothing wrong.
So that's why that works. It's like the problem
I
is
saw her in
like
the quads
DC hasn't done a
Did you
lot
send her
with
somewhere?
Tim to make
I had
him
her
like
go to
to like
Anastasios
to
to
your
see
point,
about
give him that
As soon as
thing.
Pericles
They tried to
found
do
out
that
living
with
evidence,
them making him
Now
bi,
she's-
but they just turned him into the
I'm sure she's
stereotypical
alright.
gay kid.
Yeah.
Cameron brings up a good point. Well, Tim was also the Robin whose parents were alive.
until they change that.
Until they change that, yeah, exactly.
She's just give her the credit she deserves.
I told Peg
The cult.
I'm going to.
It's a
Well,
cross
well,
from
Tim
charity.
was always the most mentally healthy Robin.
Yeah,
Because-
true.
Tim was the only Robin to actually seek out Batman and actually prove, like, he deduced it on his own, and then he proved, like, hey, I can be Robin. And you know, and with him having parents, like, I don't need to be here. I want to be here.
Mm-hmm. Which that works, and yeah, if they played off that, I think they could tell some pretty dope stories with Tim. It's just, honestly, the problem is DC is creatively lazy currently. And
See, the problem with
Yeah, go
Tim
ahead.
is Tim was created to be the antithesis of Jason. Like, that's the problem.
yeah,
See, Tim doesn't happen if Jason never existed.
yeah, that's true.
Jason is basically the antithesis of Dick Grayson.
Yeah.
Jason was created as like the rebound. Like if Dick Grayson is your one true love, I'm sorry I'm using these girlfriend analogies, but it kind of works. Jason Todd is your rebound. Tim Drake is that girl you find after your rebound, where it's like, okay, this one is actually going to work, you know.
Mm-hmm. So he's Batman's rebound Robin.
No, that's Jason Todd.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because the only reason I'm using the relationship analogy is
This
because
looks like
Jason
a fix.
Todd is very clearly a rebound.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this is the best way I can explain
That it is actually a good analogy. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But and that's the thing. It's like when you link the origin or like the purpose of the character so explicably to one character. Let me put it this way. It's like by that logic, Tim's kind of purpose, if you will, ended when they brought Jason back to life.
Well, the problem
What
is,
happened here?
unlike Batman, the Robin title is a mantle that is
He
passed
must
Yeah.
down.
be carrying through.
That is very clearly his dad.
Yeah.
You know, and with Tim
This was
and a
savage.
lot of Robins,
Don't
once
to
they
send
leave
a
being
message.
Robin, they create their own identity. Like Dick became Nightwing.
Glad Phoebe wasn't here.
Jason became Red Hood.
Hopefully she's
They
safe.
tried to make Tim Red Robin. It just
Yum.
kind of didn't work.
And see, here's the problem. When they made him red, and then when they put him as Red Robin, the new 52, the problem was they try to make it so like, oh yeah, he was never a Robin, he was just Red Robin, and then DC would literally like, okay, we'll just have Batman say, I always considered you a Robin, so as far as I'm concerned, you were a Robin, because DC.
That is so stupid. That is so stupid.
Yeah, it was. I get why they tried to do that, because they were trying to justify how Batman has had like 5 Robins in 5 years. But then I was like, if you had just said that the superheroes have been heroes for 10 years, you could have fit in the Robins. But no, you were like 5 years, and I'm like, that doesn't work with what you're trying to fit in.
Yeah, if I were to do like a Batman, like a Batman movie or TV show, I'd have a Batman that's been Batman for about 15 years.
Oh,
Like,
an
that
older Batman.
gives it
So kind of like Affleck.
kind of, or at least 10 years. Just because like, I want like more of a middle-aged Batman, one who's like, who's still.
So in other words,
who's still
you.
Kind of in his.
Phoebe. No.
Are you saying I'm Batman?
No, I'm saying you're middle-aged.
So I'm middle-aged Batman.
No, Cameron says, question, but when Damian was Robin, were there fights in your friends group? Because I had Tim fans and Damian fans as friends, and oh boy, the debate got them into a rough. Yeah, we're fine. I mean, really, I like all the Robins. I don't necessarily have that much of a preference besides Jason. The reason why I like Jason is because he proves that you can come back from the darkness. Because remember, he started off as a straight-up supervillain, but then he slowly worked his way back into the Bat family to a degree. He'll never be like
Yeah.
100% in, but through hard work and like showing that he wants to change, he kind of worked his way back in.
Yeah, I do like Jason, especially like his role as like the black sheep of the Bat family. I kind of dig that storyline, just seeing as I'm kind of the black sheep of my family, so I definitely relate to a lot of the stories.
We must find
I don't fucking
as far
care.
as
Tell
Damien
me
is
where
concerned,
Aspasia is.
I hated him.
Yeah,
when he first premiered, because he was an arrogant little prick.
I agree.
I will
You
say
and
though,
everyone, dude.
I will say, as he's gotten a little more mature and gotten better, I've half softened to him, and I don't mind him now. He's fine.
Yeah, the funny part is like I heard stories about how much of an a-hole Damien was, and I didn't really understand it until I started reading the Grant Morrison run of Batman, and I'm like, okay, that's why people hated him.
I'll admit a lot of my experience with Damien was through the movies. They did. And I will give the movies credit. They did soften him up to a degree. I think the Teen Titans movie is kind of the turning point in his character.
Yeah, JL versus Teen Titans is when he was really like, okay, no, I gotta change this. So I'm like, okay, that works.
I really like by Judas Contract. He's like calling it, oh yeah, Starfire is a very capable leader, you know.
Yeah.
And like one of my favorite moments from Justice League vs. Teen Titans is when Damien says, "I'm a Titan." I love how Nightwing is just casually driving the Batmobile to Titan's tower. It's like, oh, Nightwing has car privileges.
I also love my favorite line from I think is Judas Contract is where Starfire goes, oh yeah, Dick is very gifted in, and then Nightwing's like, Corey.
Out of your hands.
I mean that's kind of a running joke throughout the entire series of Corey Blue something him. I'm trying to guidelines.
Yeah, I love that. That was some of the funniest. What? Yeah, that was one of the funniest things there. Pika says DC should just have Red Hood be John Reese from Person of Interest, aka the guy who shoots bad guys in the kneecaps.
He's DC's Punisher.
Yeah, that's what he is. Embrace it. That's what he is.
And you know what? I think that's cool. He's DC's version of the Punisher. I think that works. He's the Bat person who kills. Where I think the Bat family, they don't like it, but secretly like, okay, if we need someone killed, we can have him do the dirty work. Like I just want there to be a storyline where they have to kill someone. They call him Jason. And it's like, oh, the only reason you're talking to me is because I kill and you don't. You want me to do your dirty work? You know, like I
that would be cool, actually. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Like, and Batman, no. Batman doesn't tell the Bat family that's why he called Jason.
Or a Red Hood storyline where Rage is trying to recruit him from League of Assassins because you're the only one who has the courage to do what is right. And Jason is considering it, but he declines his offer because yes, I kill, but I am still Bruce's son, and there is a line.
I'm surprised they never did a story of Red Hood taking out the DC universe, or at least trying to.
It's a little bit too much because they had the Deadpool kills the Marvel universe. That might be a little bit,
Pika says, I remember.
Oh, I would love. No. I just want to say this real quick. I would love to see a crossover between Jason Todd and Deadpool.
Oh hell yeah! Pika said, I remember recommending you to watch Person of Interest once. Jared, did you at least watch the first episode? No, I never got a chance to. It didn't really interest me. Because I got a lot of stuff I'm watching, so it's like, I got a lot of stuff I gotta factor in. Yeah. But yeah, that would be hilarious. But I imagine that would go about as well as Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah. Oh, I was actually watching a TikTok thing. I think it was like a YouTube short or whatever, but they're talking about how the regenerative properties of Wolverine and Deadpool are such yin and yang. because
move quickly.
with Deadpool,
Stay close, just in
when
case.
his cells regenerate, they regenerate like dying cells, and so like Deadpool. Sorry.
You all good?
So Deadpool is always Deadpool is in a constant state of dying, whereas Wolverine always regenerates living cells.
I like that. That works.
That no one leave
Although
So
Wolverine has
Wolverine is
regenerated.
like-
Although here's the thing, Wolverine has regenerated from a single blood cell.
Leave!
Exactly my point. So Wolverine is life,
Don't let them
Deadpool is
go.
death.
That actually works really well.
And then Cameron Bailey says, "Hey Nick, Tim actually has something that makes him stand out." Rage acknowledges that put that out of the entire. Actually, Cameron Bailey, good point. I brought this up on Jared's channel in the past. Like, remember how I always used to reference the Red Robin run from post Death of the Family?
Yeah.
And how Ra's al Ghul calls him detective. I need to fully deep dive that run. I need to like get a.
We should cover a
straight
Comics
paperback.
Watch.
Possibly. But yeah, but like, yes, he is a great detective, but I just don't think that's kind of enough to make him stand out.
Yeah, and it's like, it's cool, and that is very significant, but yeah, it's not enough.
Like, Tim Drake is the best Robin to ever Robin. Like, you could say
It's all
that.
clear now.
But that's really not enough to make it, like, really make it stand out, whereas, like I said,
We're going to stay,
like,
Cassandra.
Dick Grayson is the
What?
golden child.
Why?
Jason
My
is the
word
screw-up,
is
the
here.
black
I
sheep,
can't
you know, the
believe
greatest
the
failure.
Alliance in this state.
Damien is the
You don't
prodigal
need us to
son,
protect-
you know, League of Assassins. There's a lot of really great story
The city
elements
has
for
been
all
taken.
three of these
That
characters.
is why I must
Mhm.
stay.
I mean, hell, Stephanie Brown.
I have
I mean,
lived
not
as-
Then do something for
Of course.
yeah, Stephanie Brown
Phoebe's body.
has more cool
Everything
story
she-
elements
Thank
than Tim Drake.
Time to go, Cassandra.
And I expect to see you both
I agree.
again.
Yeah.
Alive.
You know, like, because remember, you know, at one point, Stephanie Brown was a mother. It was a single mother being Robin.
Yes. Oh god, guys.
Yeah, like, literally when she was a mother while being Robin, when she had her short tenure as being Robin. Jared, have you ever read War Drums?
Yes, I did. That was the time where she became Robin and then was fired as Robin, right?
The farther we get
Yeah.
from
Yes, I
Athens,
read
the
that.
quieter it grows. As
Yeah, that was a
though
prequel to
it's
War
peaceful.
Games.
I
The
know.
storyline I won't shut the F up about.
I'm sorry.
I read the first trade of it. It's really good.
And Athens.
Yeah, it just gets
You
better.
have no need to
See,
apologize.
War Games is
For
basically
anything.
Black Mass Ascension as a mainline Batman villain.
Mm-hmm.
I did everything I could.
No
Because
one
before
thinks
there,
otherwise, Cassandra.
Black Mass
The
was
cult
kind of
of
like
ghosts.
a C or D list
No,
villain.
No.
I think
Yet
War
another
Games
murder.
was
I'll
when
make-
he like
at
took his
time,
place
I was
as an
hoping
A
you would-
tier
yes, of course.
Batman villain, in my
Cynicus.
opinion.
Okay, I
Cynicus.
see. And Pika says, shame. It was that's the closest thing to a live-action Batman TV show we have gotten with the rights expires. Yeah, it's just there's like a lot of stuff I'm watching, so I really just have to like choose my time carefully on that.
Yeah.
All right, so let me pick another quest, and then we'll start to wrap up. So
Yeah, if we ever like start covering like live action superhero shows again, I want to do Titans.
Yep, that'll be fun. I'm down for that.
Yeah, but yeah, that had in my channel that had to be a Patreon exclusive thing. But yeah.
Yeah, because Titans was pretty fun. I liked a lot of what they did, and a lot of the stuff, and I also didn't like a lot of the stuff they did. Like they had a piss poor casting for Bruce Wayne.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is, I think the writing let him down because the actor is fine. It's just the writing they gave for him. They made him too much of a crybaby, almost.
Or like when he kills the Joker because the Joker killed Jason with a crowbar, and I'm like, what? I was like, that is the dumbest thing I have ever heard. Like, wow.
I mean,
Full speed!
definitely the Batman thinks of, like he says, he thinks about it every day, and like I think there's a storyline like, you don't think I lay up at night fantasizing about how I could murder the Joker?
Yeah.
You know, so it's definitely he's thought about it. I don't know.
He wouldn't go through it. Now here's the other thing. Here's what Titans did better. They did the Judas contract without doing the Slade is into kids plot line of that.
Well, they basically turned Ravager into Terra, and dare I say, it actually worked.
It worked very well. I liked when Jason found out that like she was like a double agent and he got all pissed.
Oh, I was actually about to bring up that scene because I feel like the Jason actor doesn't get enough credit because he played that part perfectly. There's two scenes that I really enjoy this. One, when you find out, you can just tell from his eyes. You can see his heart breaking right in front of like his eyes. The other scene is when he gets to his breaking point and he's standing on top of Titan's tower and he's about to do a leap of faith. All
of a sudden, an eagle. All of a sudden, you hear an eagle caw as he jumps with his leap of faith.
I was trying to find a clever way of saying it, then I realized we were playing Assassin's Creed, so I realized perfect opportunity for a joke.
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. But yeah, that was pretty cool, and yeah, and I liked the Superboy. That I liked what they did with Superboy in that series.
Yeah, I like. How recent of a change is it where he's half Lex Luthor? Like, when did they add that?
I don't. You know what? I don't know. That's a good question.
Because I feel like that was a more recent addition, but I feel like that's actually a really good change for his character. Because it creates kind of like a warring self kind of thing, like half of him is Superman, half of it is Lex Luthor. Which part is going to win? Like, it creates a very interesting character.
Well, they also did like I'm not sure if they did it in the comics, but they made it so like he starts to turn into Lex Luthor in the show, which I thought that was really cool, and that's what showed me that like the Superboy actor was like really good. The fact that he could like also play kind of borderline evil Superboy.
And one storyline that I really didn't care for is pairing Superboy up with Blackfire. I really it kind of reeked of Keto's vibes, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. The other thing I will
go ahead. It's basically like a grown woman getting into a relationship with a teenager kind of thing.
Yeah, because the aliens are much older. But I will say, though, the Starfire actor really grew on me.
Yeah, I mean, she still had some, like, cringy lines. Like, in the second season, she dropped a very classic Catwoman line, but for the most part, I think she basically was, like, the mother of the team, and honestly, even in the first season, if you just try to ignore the fact that she has, like, a god-awful wardrobe. What the? Sorry, I was watching the stream. It looked like one of her like boob things like kind of grew or whatever.
Of course, you would have a vision for that. Of course.
Do you understand?
Of course, I am a red-blooded male. I know.
But yeah. Once they gave her an actual suit, I was able to tolerate her being Starfire a lot more.
Or even just put her in better like civilian outfits in the second season.
Mm-hmm. I did like how, to accommodate the like orange skin of Starfire, they made it so when she uses her powers, the orange skin comes out. And I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, in the first season, it was more just her hair glowed, and I really didn't like that.
I have to get him back.
The one thing that I absolutely hated from Titans is how they killed Donna Troy by just electrocuting her.
Yeah, I think they realized, like, oh crap, we had this amazing character. This beautiful actress, like, we need to bring her back.
I have...
Yeah, and everyone liked it. So what do you? I'm like, what are you doing? And then they just and I like how they brought her back literally the next season. But I'm just like, at this point, that's when I start. That's the first time where I was like, I don't like this. I really don't.
Nicolaus, you saw him.
Yeah, like, I get why they had to kill Ian Michael Rootson's character, because, you know, it's like, alright, guys, I'm heading on to a bigger show, you know, I like you guys, but I gotta go. Kill me off. And that actually gave him a pretty good send-off.
Yeah, that was actually really cool. And it also kind of informs Jason coming back at the end of the most recent season, because it's like, can they really trust or, like, accept Jason because he murdered one of them?
I will say, Scarecrow was really stupid. Like, I'm glad, like, I like the actor they got from Mad Men. He's cool, but that does not, like, honestly,
questions will have to wait.
That actor, he should have played the Riddler.
I assume you can use
that could actually work, actually.
When you last saw me.
He does not work as a Scarecrow, but I could definitely see him as the Riddler.
That could work.
Like that kind of sniveling, like, I'm better than you attitude.
Why now?
He was essentially playing like, if you would have told me he was a comics accurate Riddler, I would have believed you.
Wasn't he also telling riddles in the show?
I don't know, but he should have been the Riddler. He should have been, because he acted like a very comics accurate Riddler.
That would have worked. Oh, I just hit someone with my horse. Oh god. Out of the way! But yeah, that would have worked really well. I do agree with you on that one.
It's just as a Scarecrow, because the Scarecrow is supposed to be, well, you know, scary.
Given all that's happened?
Yeah, he got a little more scary when, like, he started cutting his face, but still.
No.
And Brother Blood, I was not a fan of at all.
You know who actually would be a really good Scarecrow?
Who?
You know the guy who played Jigsaw in The Punisher?
Yes!
Like, he's got that kind of presence for Scarecrow. He was he was like Peter Petrelli on Heroes. He's done actually a lot of stuff, but like that guy, like, he would be perfect for Scarecrow.
Yes, he would be. That is actually one of the best, like, fan casts you have ever done.
Oh, I've done some good ones.
It's mostly hit or miss. Alright, looks like it's time for a fight. Let's do this. I tried to do it stealthy, but they still spotted me.
I mean, that's like me in like these types of games. Where it's like, I go into an area, I try to be as stealthy for as long as I can, but I always eventually get caught. Like, okay, fine, time to kill everybody.
Yeah, exactly. By the way, so Nick, I wanted to ask you, when you watched the Sonic 3 trailer, did that give you flashbacks to your terrible Sonic Adventure 2 gameplay?
Oh god, I was wondering.
You know I gotta ask that. But Barry, you know what's kind of funny? So I saw a thing on Twitter where someone was like, and just think, this trilogy almost started off with a crappy Sonic design.
Yeah, like, honestly, we were kind of living in the best timeline as far as Sonic is concerned.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, of course, all the Snyder people were like, this is a WB. This is what happens when you actually listen to the fans. And I'm like, they got a point.
To be fair, the thing that has helped is they listened to the fans and they got rewarded for it. People actually showed up. That doesn't really happen a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of times when people make the complaints, people don't show up.
It's like the people trying to get them to bring back the Acolyte.
Yeah, whereas like this time, you know, fans complain, and for a Sonic movie, did really well, especially during COVID. And then they did the second movie, and it did well. And now this one has a hype train to it.
After all,
Yeah,
access
exactly. The
used
minute
to
you
be
bring in
called
Shadow, I am there. Maybe we could get a Shadow the Hedgehog project, because we got a Knuckles show.
Their oligarch demands
I would not be surprised if Paramount Plus does a Shadow show.
Please,
Or
and make it
basically
like
just
John
an
Wick.
adaptation.
You remind
Like,
me of Nicolaus.
I guarantee you,
Just
if
like
they offer
him.
Jeff Fowler
Ruthless
the
and
opportunity
cunning.
to
He would
personally
be proud.
direct a Shadow show, which is an adaptation of the game,
What you both
he would do
Oh,
it.
if it's an adaptation of that Shadow game, I'm definitely
You
there.
to be unstoppable.
And the opening is legit, just the opening from the game with the live-action graphics.
Oh god.
With him pump actioning in M4, because that makes sense.
Oh, I guarantee you, there's gonna be a shot in Sonic 3 where they recreate that exact moment. You know they will.
Yeah, they gotta do that. They gotta do that.
I just hope they bring it. They put in some John Wick lines like, "Yeah, I thinking I'm back."
Or it's like, Shadow, what do you need? Guns. Lots of guns. Or in the Matrix. Yeah, watch, they need to have Shadow do bullet time.
She never said we would leave a nightmare.
He goes chaos control, and then he just does bullet time.
No, even better. He does like the whole like Matrix 1 bullet time thing.
Yeah, legit, they recreate that.
Or he does like the Trinity kick or something.
Or he goes, Sonic, help!
Timo knows Paris is a threat. They make their business
Okay,
clear.
that one doesn't work.
Or at one point, can Shadow go, whoa?
Maybe there was, but it's long old.
I don't know if this version of Sonic was
No, I meant Shadow.
Yeah, I don't know if this version of Shadow would. Also, there has to be some acknowledgement of, hey, does anyone tell you sound like Keanu Reeves? Like, 'cause
Or like
you mentioned
Sonic
him
goes,
in the movie.
Shadow shows up with like a gun to a battle, and Sonic goes, and John Wick over here.
Paris must be stopped.
No, Sonic is not Deadpool like that. But I would love a line where they're about to like snowboard down a hill or do something like that. It's like, oh, we'll do it just like Point Break, and then Shadow says Point Break. What's that?
Yeah, that would be great. I would love that. That would be so good. If I wrote that, those would be the jokes I'd be making. Pikachu says, I was hoping Shadow would say Chaos Control in the trailer, but hopefully that saved the movie. Yeah, they're gonna have him say Chaos Control for sure. There's no way they can't not.
Oh, did you see that shot, the circuit line, where someone pointed out, because of the way the blocking is when they're all looking up against that robot, that there's one character that's clearly not
I do
there?
intend to finish the temple.
Thank you, Felix.
Maybe it's like Omega or Rouge?
Yeah, people are speculating. It's probably Shadow. Like, honestly, it's probably Shadow. Because let's be honest, they have done this sort of trickery. They literally did the exact same thing with Spider-Man No Way Home. Because remember that shot when they're all swinging towards the
Yeah, where the lizard gets punched in the face out of nowhere.
Finding you has lessened it.
Yeah, where it's very clearly the shot is set up where there's two other people, and we saw the lizard get shot. Plus, it's very easy to just turn off a layer.
I think they felt it was about
So
time our
my
family
guess is it's
found
probably
each other
Shadow.
again.
If we want to be truly
I
united,
mean, if it's Amy
we have to
Rose,
find
I'm not gonna
Alexis and
complain.
rescue
Like
him from the
if it's Amy
Frost's
Rose,
claws.
I'm fine with that.
Or
I don't
Rouge,
think-
or like Omega.
Cause more to many others
I
unless
know
we
that
act.
people want Rouge
I put
to
that
be in there,
knife
but
behind me
I
the
think
moment
she's
I
a
left
little bit
Sparta.
too much
I have nothing
for
to worry
these
about
movies.
now.
I don't think
Let me help
Rouge
you.
is going to appear.
All right, they could do
Amy,
Omega.
And then
Because
hunt
people are
them
gonna
all
want
together.
a team up between Team Sonic and Team Shadow.
Symposium is about to start.
I think Amy's
I'm
going
sorry,
to
sweet. I forgot.
appear at some point.
Prepare the
She's
horses.
normal
I'll be
enough.
out shortly.
By the way, I want Anna
I need to
Kendrick
show the
to
people
voice
the leader is strong
Amy.
and in
I could
control.
see that. That
Sometimes
works.
the face we show to the world needs to be one of strength, despite the chaos.
Okay, okay, but let's pretend that
I will help you stop the gods.
Rogue,
But before I can
whatever.
leave Naxos, I have
She
to
does
ensure
come
it
in.
will survive without
I
you.
want Eva Green
What
to
do you
voice
mean?
Rogue.
Baros
That could
has to
work
be
actually. And yes,
We
horror
need to
gamers says
weaken
Sonic
their
3 hype.
position.
Hell yeah.
Once they're
Yeah,
ready,
that could actually
we
work.
will
That'd be
make a
fun.
reckless decision and we will strike.
What did you have?
We must force the Paros fleet
But I
to
could also
engage
see
us
them
and
getting
destroy
like
it.
Charlize Theron.
But my admiral Aeneas is missing.
I'm trying to think of like
He's
other
here
like
for
female
saving
actresses
Paros
with
to
like
engage
nice
in
voices.
Sigourney Weaver.
Never returned.
Don't worry. I'll find him.
If you need me,
Because I'm thinking of like
Although,
more
try to
seductive
look less
voices.
intimidating should you choose to pay me a visit.
Ana de Armas.
I mean-
Here's why I say that. She's gonna be in a John Wick spin-off series.
Well, I think Anna would make a good age there. But Anna just has the energy range. That's why I picked Anna Kendrick. She has that energy.
That works. Alright, so guys, I think that's a good place to leave this game for the day, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Be sure to, hey, drop in the comments while you're here what game you want me to start playing next week, because as you guys know, I alternate between one game and another game, and I finished Arkham Knight, so you guys can pick whichever game that you would like me to play next Thursday. So, as for comics...
Sonic Generation.
I don't have that. So, as for Comics League content, this week's Under Two Capes is going to be on Absolute Wonder Woman. And then Movie Night's going to be Chronicle. Super Wonder Legacy, me, Britt, Teladia... Me, Britt, Jay Heat, and Jid are going to be discussing the Superman and Wonder Woman fandoms and call some people out. That'll be a fun one. And yeah, that's about what I got, besides obviously doing... Okay, so the other thing I want to say is that Superman Rewatch is now going to be live, because I figured that would do well for views. So it's going to be a live edition, most likely on either Sunday or Tuesday. Nick and I have to coordinate on that, but we will be sure to let you know. But Nick, where can we find you, and what have you got coming out on your channel?
Alright, well, in about 2 hours, I and possibly Jared will be on MSK's stream. Tomorrow...
No, I can't make it.
Okay, that's cool. So, tomorrow I got the Friday Night Frenzy, we're reviewing Hook. And then on Saturday, we are doing Skyrim Extra Cursed Edition with all of the worst mods ever. And Jared will be there for the first 30 minutes. It'll be extra cringeworthy. And yeah, Monday? Well, yeah, so that sounds all good to me.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to have a lot of fun with that, and I will see you guys later. But remember, Lois Lane is Lois Lane. She belongs with General Zod and Ultraman. Zois and Max are bad for life. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.